track nearby quests. What do we got? So one of our quests is the new arrival in Combe, which is literally over in Combe in Breeland. So that is actually, if you don't recognise it, a pre-order bonus that came with, I want to say East Rohan. So you got to do some quests to help out one of the horses that was distantly related to Shadowfax that somehow found its way to Combe. So both of our quests are actually to go to the Quarry and Scary now. The other 3 quests are all in Breeland. So we'll have a little pit stop in Scary, maybe pick up some more quests. But we'll see how we're going. But we're getting there. So the only places we kind of haven't really quested in is kind of everything up in the northeast now. Brock and Borings, the Quarry and Scary, and all around the Greenfields. Lots of bats. I don't remember there being a bat slayer lead though, so we should be okay on that front. So what do we got here? Lots of quest rings. A lot of bats can go away.
Might I have a word with you?
Lily Proudfoot, spiders in the quarry. The workers in the quarry broke through into a hidden chamber and released a swarm of spiders. I've never seen such monstrous creatures, and the beasts have taken over the whole quarry. I'm worried that the spiders might come out of the quarry and start spinning their webs in Scary itself. If there's anything you can do to remove the spiders from the quarry, it would be a great help. I don't want my home to become a spider's web. How would I get to the market? I think that's the least of your worries. If you had spiders as big as you, I think you've got more things to worry about. So, welcome to Tunley. We've got 2 quests here, both been sent to him for 2 reasons.
What do you need?
So the first was to bring him his lunch. So she talked you into delivering my lunch, did she? That Gamma of mine is a resourceful one. It's I've only just realised Gamma is kind of like a bit of a slang term for grandma. Mind blown. But then does that make... Gaffer's a play on grandpa? Because gaffer is a word that is used in English anyway, typically meaning like your boss or the person in charge. Interesting. It's good that she sent you up here though, even if it was for something as small as bringing me lunch. There's been a lot of trouble lately in these parts. So hand that in.
What do you need?
And then the other quest is the Hobbit Epic Quest Prologue. So if you are not a Hobbit, you can do this. I can't remember where we picked this up. I think it was from either the Mayor or near the Mayor in Mickle Delving in the west of the Shire. No, it wasn't. Was it there? Or was it from Lobelia Sackville Baggins? I think it was from the Mayor and then it took us to Lobelia Sackville Baggins, if I remember correctly. Lost Shire Hobbit, you never saw it like that either. Yeah. It's not just me then. That's just something I've just figured out on the fly. Unless it's completely coincidence that Gamma and Grandma sound alike, but it's also possible. Lobelia Sackville Baggins has heard tell of goblins in these parts. There have been a few sightings, it's true. My sister is convinced that she saw... Well, it's embarrassing. I suppose I could trust you, though. I've never met you, but I feel that you've got a trustworthy face.
Can I take a moment of your time?
My sister Pansy is a good sort, but she can be rather excitable. When she gets an idea in her head, it stays there no matter how silly it might be, and before you know it, she's convinced half the Shire it's true. She saw something out on the green fields the other day, and she thinks, well, maybe you'd better talk to her about it. Folk have seen some goblins on the edges of the Shire, but this... Try and talk some sense into her for me, will you? You'll find her wandering around the town square here in Scary, stirring the folk. I shouldn't wonder. So what have we got? We've got heavy armour boots, light armour boots, or medium chest. So it could be useful to us. So that's his sister.
Hello.
Hello there. There's something terrible happening in the Shire, and you need to do something about it before it's too late. I was walking on the greenfields looking for flowers when I saw a squat little man off in the distance. He was carrying a spear, and Believe me when I tell you that he was a goblin. All of a sudden he dropped to the ground and it looked to me like he was reaching into a hole of some kind. A rabbit hole most likely. I was so scared and I ran back here and told my brother what I saw, but I don't think he believed me. The greenfields are out northwest of here. Maybe you ought to go look in those rabbit holes yourself. Don't know what it was looking for, but it can't be good for the Shire. So that is presumably referencing a little bit of Hobbit lore. So back in the day, old Brawler led a fight against goblins in the greenfields, and he had, I believe it was a club, and he spanked the head of the goblin chief so hard that his head came clean off, went flying through the air, and disappeared down a rabbit hole somewhere. And supposedly that is how hobbits invented the game of golf. Or so it said. So I don't know whether he's looking for his chieftain's head.
Might I have a word with you?
So, Fosco Boffin. My Aunt Prunella is as reputable a lady as I could hope to meet, but I'm worried that she might have done something a little reckless and could now be in terrible trouble. She's been listening to that Tunnelly lass, and before you could say goblins in the Shire, she'd gone off to see the creatures for herself. I just don't know what I'd do if my dear old aunt actually finds goblins. Could you go look for her? Rumour has it that there are goblins northwest in the greenfields. Aunt Prunella had a pretty umbrella that she carried everywhere, even on sunny days. So if you see a goblin with an umbrella, well... so we'll take that quest, and then the last quest is a pie quest. So we're not doing that one just yet. There is a quest ring to the west over here though. Let's go investigate. Brisker Underhill.
Might I have a word with you?
I don't know what's going on with the animals in the Shire lately, but here in Scary we've been having more than our share of troubles. There have always been bats roosting in dark places throughout the Shire, but hobbits know better than to go near them. Something has stirred up the bats though, and they've begun coming out during the daytime. They've even started attacking folk on the outskirts of town. We can't have that, Silvery. We can't have that at all. If you see any of the nasty creatures, I'd appreciate if you could put an end to them. You'll find them especially to the south, in and around the Marish. I just wonder what's caused them to start attacking like this. So as we saw on the way up, the bats are kind of all around kind of this area between Scary and Budgeford, and up in the hills, but not in the wooded bits. So we've got plenty of quests now. So if we track nearby quest again, just put the 5 nearest on our radar. Although only 4 of them are actually nearby, it seems. So let us go down here, because I think we've got to kill some spiders, haven't we? So we need 8 biters, 6 tree weavers, and it's now been removed from our quest tracker. So we've found the Quarry in Scary, which has completed the sites of the Shire. So we've just talked about the murder in the stream, where those 6 are. But that's given us 5 LOTRO points, some virtue experience, marks, and increased reputation with the Raven Society, which is always nice. So, track the nearby quests again. So we need 8 biters, 6 tree weavers, and 2 queens. So the queens, if I remember correctly, there's 1 downstairs outside, and there's 1 inside. But we'll see as we go. Is that one down there? Yeah, there's a queen. So we could jump over the wall, we'll just walk down and fight our way in here. But I'm pretty sure we unlocked when we came here. I know we completed the Spider Slayer. We've got Spider Slayer Advanced now. I've got some terrible lag. So Spider Slayer Advanced, we need to kill 40 spiders. We're on 17. So if I remove that, I'll put that on there. I can keep track. How do we spank a few spiders? So the biters all seem to be up the top of the quarry. I don't know if that's the case for all of them. I imagine there'll be kind of a mixture. I don't know whether the tree weavers might be a ranged one that shoots a bit of web. Let's try and piss it off. Gonna do a Steve Owen. Gonna jam a finger right in its butthole. Looks like I've really pissed it off now. For jokes aside, no, Steve Irwin's awesome. I was a big fan of him. Even though the South Park parody of Steve Irwin is rather humorous. So make our way down to the bottom of the quarry. We've actually killed all the biters we need now. So this is the second tree weaver. The queen actually starts down the bottom and she's run upstairs, so cool. This spider on the bottom. I'll go chase down that queen. Really sinister music playing here. I don't know if you guys can hear that as well as me. It's like evil female laughter in the background as well sometimes. Like in some like haunted mansion. I don't know what I was punching on the way down there, but I punched it good. 4 tree weavers. Redeemed, level 16. Punch this spider. So we can go inside. I think we might get a follow-up quest that asks us to go inside and possibly like close the hole where they're coming through. But if I'm correct, there should be a queen inside. The weaver, so we'll spank him. There we go. So spank her, spank these spiders, even though we don't need biters directly. Spank all them. Right, so we've got to Lily now. And we need one more spider to complete Spider Slayer Advance. It's going to be you, Mr. Biter. Okay, completed Spider Slayer Advanced. Just run our way. No. Have I taken the wrong time? Where did I come in? I'm confused now. Did they change this? It always used to be a ladder you had to click. I don't remember that. Maybe it always has been a ladder. Right, so mount up before a spider aggroes us and stops us from mounting up in combat. Just run our way outside the quarry. If any spiders chase us, they can just carry on chasing me. So what did that give us? Spider Slayer Advanced. It gave us some LOTRO points, it gave us some marks, some virtual experience and increased reputation. So, talk to Lily Proudfoot.
Is there something I can do for you?
Thank you, Sylvie. The spiders are showing no sign of leaving, but your efforts in the quarry surely won't hurt either. Still, I wonder if I should move to Budgeford. I've gotten along well with the Bulgers, better than I have with spiders at any rate. So we've done that. And because we've completed a Slayer deed, we've gained the Slayer of the Shire meta deed, where we have to complete all the Slayer of the Shire deeds. So we've done spiders, wolves we're still progressing, harvest flies as well. Goblins we haven't seen any yet, I don't think, so we haven't unlocked the goblin deed. And brigands we're progressing, and slugs is just a really slow one, so as I say, I'll probably end up doing that one off camera. In the meantime, what else have we got nearby? So we've got Poppy Grub's quest to go and hand that pie in. I mean, Prunella's really far up to the north. Do we do pie now or pie later? Debating. Let's get it over and done with, I guess.
Good day! Might I have a word with you?
What are you doing about? Don't be wanting a piece of my pie. That's from Hollyhorn, Blow and Hobbiton, and those pies are hard to come by. Be off now. Hey, what was that about the berries? That Holly, she should be checking her berries before she puts them in her pies. Here, take this horrid thing away and bring it back to Holly. The home is north of Hobbiton Centre. And tell her I'll be wanting a fresh pie. So we're going to have to grab that. So this will be a little bit trickier to take back. On the basis that the most direct route between here and Hobbiton is going to be quite a lot cross country. But I think the route I'm going to take is probably get past Brock and Borings over the river and then come down here, cross near Bywater by the fishing spot. But we'll see how we go. There's a hungry hobbit just down the road. Get it over with, says Lost Shire Hobbit. I know they're not particularly entertaining to watch, particularly these ones where we've got to go cross-continent to bloody deliver the damn thing. So we've got some silver deposits here. So where we're later on in the Shire, we've got a tier 2 ore node. Barrow iron is the common one. Silver's the precious metal. So if you are at the point where you've got your prospector up past the apprentice tier, you're on the journeyman tier, that's the things you need to look for. So we are going to tactically weave our way through all these mobs. Now there's probably no point going too far south because we've got to cross a big river and we can't do that with a pie. Because even though it's a horrible pie, we can't get it wet for reasons. We can't just destroy the pie. I don't know why we have to bring him back in the first place, really. We could just say, no, we've told this person don't eat it or you're going to get food poisoning. And that should be enough. But no, hobbits love us making us run around and do quests. So we should be okay here. Now, off the top of my head, I don't remember there being any hungry hobbits in Overhill, but I might be wrong. So if we come over here, we'll have the bridge. We can safely cross this river without getting wet. At the risk of getting caught, what things can we get rid of? Not much. There's plenty of things in here that I don't really want to throw away because I want to just go shove it in my bank. It's crafting items and stuff, but I'm slightly wary of the fact we're getting into the village now, just in case there's a hungry hobbit. So it seems I was right and there doesn't seem to be one around. Oh no, there's a quest ring here. What do you want? Okay, you have to remember that. I'm going to have to come back and find out what you want. I don't think I can interact with you while I'm carrying a pie, so... there's a nosy hobbit there, though, if you're delivering mail. Just no hungry hobbits. So if we go more or less kind of due south, I don't know if we necessarily want to go cross-country, just in case we run into too many mobs. But we definitely want to be going wide of this path. If we follow this path, it will take us straight into Hobbiton proper, but there is a hungry hobbit that paces back and forth by the bridge south of the party tree, and he is way too close to the bridge to get over there without dropping your pie. And that is the last thing we want, given that that is literally about 100 metres, if that, away from the hand-in for this quest. So nobody wants to foul at the last hurdle. So where are we going? It's somewhere over here. There it is, there's the little bridge over there. Anything interesting that I can either open or discard? Most of it's junk I want to put in my bank. I mean, we can consume the mavums. Well, we can't at the minute, but we could, in theory. I should have a crafting tool equipped. I should replace these with a what are they called? Universal crafting tools, or whatever they are. Got plenty of those in my bank. So we'll be safe on this side of town, but coming into Hobbiton Bywater as usual, there's one to the north of Hobbiton by the bridge, there's one southeast of the Stable Master, which is the one that always catches me out when I bring a pie into town from the west. There he is on the mini-map now. So sneak past him. Hand in the pie. There we go. What's that, 9? 9 pies out of 12. So what have we got? We've got Little Delving, Mickle Delving, Brockenboring. So Brockenboring is the last really hard one. If we mount back up, I think we need to go back to Overhill and find out what that hobbit wanted.